All right. Give me a test there, Lurch.
Test. Microphone check. 1, 2.
Bump. Test. Got all the lights on, doors shut. Good. All right. And it says we've got an excellent connection. So I'm going to go ahead and go live and just let me know, Lurch, as people come in that they're hearing us. And now I'm going to go ahead and bring in a video feed. So hopefully, we've got a good video feed. We need good video around here. We love good video. Let us know in the, this is a live video broadcast and chat with our beloved Patron members. And I just want to make sure. Okay. Yep.
I see it on my computer.
Okay. Excellent. And once you guys give me yep.
We got both.
And video too.
Sound and video too. Good audio and video.
Jake Moritz is in there. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. With that said, guys, we're going to get right at it here. Just let me set up a few things. This is the live experience and how it goes here, guys. All right.
Put the fucking mic on.
Got us an email here. Lurch, do you want to handle the email?
Absolutely. I would be happy to. This one is from our good friend, Jim Demetrius. Hadn't heard from Jim in a while, and I found out why. He says, Matt and Ryan, your thoughts, please. After 5 operations on my right knee, I think I will be able to ride again. The bike has been sitting with a trickle charger all this time and was moved a couple of times in the last 3 years. Could I get a list of what to do to get it roadworthy again? Obviously oil and filter change and tire check. More, please. So here was our response. Jim, you are on the right track. We recommend the following: a 3-hole fluid change, a new oil filter, check and clean or replace if necessary your air filter, inspect your spark plugs, replace them if necessary, flush the brake fluid. A lot of guys think, well, there's no need to change the brake fluid. I haven't used it in 3 years, but as we know that it's sitting, it can still absorb more moisture over time. And if you get moisture in there, it's not going to perform as well. It can boil and you'll have bad brakes. So if it's been sitting for that amount of time, I would definitely flush the brakes. Tire inspection, make sure that there's no cracks or anything. Really look at the sides of those tires and look really well for any hairline cracks. Drive belt inspection, make sure there's no cracks or missing lugs. Inspect the exhaust to make sure no mice have made a home in them. You don't want to fire that thing up with all that plugged in there. So hopefully you can just, most exhausts, you can shine a flashlight in there, look in there, make sure you don't have a mouse house in there. Depending on how long it's sat, you may want to drain the old gas. At a minimum, I would recommend that you top it off with some good gas. And then you want to check your battery and charging system. Now we have this cool little thing that we're going to do a video on here shortly. I'll hold it up for the camera. You got me?
Gotcha.
It's the Optimate tester. Optimate is a brand that we brought on board for battery chargers and tenders. And this is a pretty affordable deal here. Let me look at the price. It's at the time of this podcast, $47.95. This cool little guy hooks up either to the battery with some pigtails, or you can plug it right into your SAE connector, you know, where you charge your batteries at. And you can not only check the charge level of your battery, but you can fire it up and it will tell you the cold cranking amps of your battery and if your alternator is charging.
Optimate stuff, legit, which is why we brought it to the Law-Abiding Biker store. Like Lurch said, both for our battery tenders, they are next level. We actually did an episode all about it. Is that out yet?
Well, I don't think so. Let me look.
It may not be out, but it's coming out.
We did push some other ones in front of it, I think.
We did a full one on battery tenders, and we do carry Battery Tender Junior. We also carry Optimate, which is next level for just a little bit more.
NOCO.
We carry NOCO. But if that episode isn't out,
it's not yet.
Okay, it will be coming out. It's in edit, or it will be. So look forward to that episode. But Optimate, amazing. And like Lurch said, that one's really nice. That's why I sourced it for our store, because you can literally plug it into your little battery tender pigtail hanging off the side of your bike. You don't even need to access the battery or the seat. And you can check your battery health, and Optimate is going to be very, very accurate. There's a lot of other junk out there on the market, but we truly believe in the Optimate stuff, and that's what I'm switching everything over to out here in the shop as far as battery tenders. Just they're a bit smarter, a bit more functionality. They can recover batteries depending on which models you get. They can do some more other than just a basic charge. They give you information with lights and what's going on, or if you have a dead cell, it'll kind of warn you to that. Anyways, Optimate stuff, absolutely amazing. Good list, Lurch. You have more to go?
No, that's the list. I was just going to mention that a lot of that stuff we carry in our store as well.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Oil, filters.
Yep. Tires.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you need that.
And our videos.
If your exhaust is bad, I recommend a complete new exhaust system from the Law Abiding Biker store. We'll get you hooked up. No. The only thing I would say, a couple things. Number one, check your flux capacitor.
Oh, yes, that's important.
Very important. Flux capacitors tend to go bad when they sit, and you will not hit your top speed without the proper flux capacitor. And then your modulating cam bushing. I don't even know where that's at, but just usually people check it. You just kick the side of your bike, and if you don't hear a rattle, then your modulating cam bushing is fine. Now, we appreciate that, Jim, and I am so glad to hear you're on the mends, and you've been through a lot with multiple, right, Lurch? Multiple surgeries.
5, he said.
5, yep, 5. And we look forward, and hopefully you can make it to the, Lurch is raising his hand.
Oh, yeah, I didn't, not immediately. I just want to let you know I had something.
Okay.
So Jake Moritz said you can get a tester for your battery fluid, your brake fluid, which is true. But after 3 years, I think I would just flush it. But definitely those battery, my brain's not working today. The brake fluid testers will tell you how much water you have in there. And
we show that in our very popular video we have 2 videos, one to completely flush your brake fluid system and one for your hydraulic clutch system, which are very similar. In that video, we actually use a tester. We show you how to test it, and that'll show you the water content there within and give you an idea on whether you need to change it. I would refer you to those 2 videos, free, very, very popular on YouTube. And just go search brake flush on the website or clutch flush, and you will get those videos, and we will go through that. Yeah, definitely make sure that the water content hasn't built up there over time, which it does. So,
and in the patron only group chat here, Scott Boggett wants to know if you need to check the blinker fluid at that time as well.
Definitely, the blinker fluid is very, very important. If the fluid gets low, it will only flash once every 30 seconds. If you have the proper fluid level, it does its regular pattern. So,
if you ever want to have a good time, send your wife into the auto parts store and ask her to get yourself some blinker fluid.
Yeah.
Be prepared. You're probably going to get your butt kicked when she comes back out, but good time.
Right. Yeah, very true. Or it could be like her taking you through the Starbucks and making you order tell them I want a razzle dazzle with 2 pumps of whipped cream and 3 stirs, and you'll order it for her. She wants a razzle dazzle, and they'll go, sir, we don't carry razzle dazzles. I don't even know what drink that is.
I just hold the phone up to the window and let her order.
Tell her to lean across me. Yeah, I do. I'm like, I'm not relaying this because I can't memorize the whole thing, so we're going to have to do this in pieces. So why don't you just lean your ass across me and order this yourself, because this is ridiculous. All right. So with that said, we do very much look forward to Jim returning to, motorcycling. Of course, that makes me smile, and we love you, Jim, and praying for you. And with that said, we hope to see you at the Patron meetup, which is going to be July 21st, 2025. Mark your calendar, guys. So the actual Patron meetup and ride event will fall on July 21st, 2025. It will be in the greater Banff, Canada area. Now, here's the deal. You guys know that if it falls on the 21st, you're going to need to be in Banff, either the day before. It's up to you on how you want to travel. So that would mean like July 20th, at least late afternoon, evening. That way you can sleep and then get up. There's close town to Banff too, Hinton. That is
Canmore.
Hinton's
close to Jasper.
That's right. Canmore. That's a lot cheaper. Anyways, look in the greater Banff area. You could even go over to Calgary. Banff isn't that far away. Anyways, you'll want to be in that area, the Calgary, Banff, all that area, within distance. So once the details come out, you can get up in the morning and make it to the event on time. And then, of course, whether you want to ride out of there that evening after the events usually end about 6:30. sometimes 5:30, anywhere between 5 and 6:30, I'd say. And you could make it back to Calgary or wherever you want to ride, or just have a local hotel. Again, the actual event will be on July 21st, but you might want a day before and after. So here's the deal. I'm getting a little scared. I'm not going to lie to you. Here's why I'm a little scared, because we've called out to our patron members. Did you do a post? You probably didn't have time to put it in the Facebook. We're going to do a post in the Facebook group, private Facebook group. Maybe some of the members haven't listened to recent episodes, but we don't have anybody in Canada to help us right now. Nobody signed up to help us. We really need a Canadian member, preferably, that at least understands the area a little bit, because in the past we've always had our last Canada trip in 2017. We had, the hookup up there, John Patton, John Lister. It was a wonderful event. And that was one of our first huge sanctioned events. It was our first, I think.
I think it was
our first sanctioned event.
Yeah.
And they hooked us up.
We're taking it back to where it all began.
Yeah, I like it. And they, hooked up the ride. They knew the area, helped us find a venue. That's what we need help with. Because at the end of the day, if we don't have anybody to help us, then we've got to try to, from down here in the US, try to figure out like a decent place. We can't scout it. It's always a much better event when we have local interest and local involvement, especially with the ride. We just have to plan something, based on our understanding of the area. And there's not a ton of roads. So it might be a limited ride anyways, but at least we can ride from point A to point B to an event center, shake hands and have a dinner catered, obviously, like we usually do. We just love the events. We love, meeting our patron members in person, treating them. And we don't get to Canada all the time, so it's very exciting to go back there. So please, if you know anybody or you live anywhere remotely close, I know we have Canadian patron members, or if you know patron members, DM them, Canadians, and just help us, please. I don't want to put all the work on you. We're going to help as much as we can, funding and all that, but it's just a matter of scouting, venues, or a lot of guys know of parks or things that will work. So we are begging at this point, for our, sorry, it was bugging me. I had to change my light. We are begging, for, somebody, or a couple people even, to step up. So you can, DM us in your, patron account, and we will get back to you if you're slightly interested at all. Or you can email us, lawabidingbiker.com/contact. That's fine too. And if you're a Canadian and you're like, I have always wanted to become a patron member, this would be the time to do it. And, because we'd love to have you on board and have you help us. And it could be a wonderful welcome to your patron membership, having an event in your local area. So anyways, enough said. I'm not afraid to beg. And, that's exactly what I'm doing. Me and Lurch are begging, for any help, that we can get up there in Canada. You have anything else on that, Lurch?
It is now posted in the private Facebook group.
Nice. Did you pin
Facebook group? Of course I did.
Nice.
Did you ask me to?
Earlier.
Yeah, that's right. So I did it.
Yes. Nice. So yeah, let us know, guys. And we are very much looking forward to that event. Now, with that said, understand the second part to that is, once we do find a venue, and all that, that's when the actual sign up will come out. You can't even sign up for it yet, because we have to confirm everything. Then we'll do our normal sign up link where you'll sign up, you'll sign, fill out some information. You'll have to be vetted, make sure you're mid-tier or above. Like usual, this event will be for mid-level and above, patron members only. And of course, there'll be requirements that you have to be signed up at least a couple months before the event as a contributing patron member. So what I'm saying is, if you're thinking about it here in 25, I get signed up sooner than later if you want to be eligible for those events, because there are requirements with that. So trying to think if there's anything else. No, I think that's it. So once you get signed up and all that, once that's all out, that's when we'll start releasing some information like the general area of the meet, the time, and all that. But usually it's mid-morning, 9-ish, 10-ish. We have an hour meet and greet, and then we go on some, up to max 2-hour ride, 3-hour ride. And then we usually end up at a venue. And we run that out till, 5:36. That's usually how the event. So the 21st, 2025 of July is when that's going. And we are going to do another podcast episode on kind of where we're going. We are going to cover some freaking miles. We got 11 days. It's insanity. All the way up in the Yukon territory. I'm excited. Like this is all out. We planned it all. It was a long day. But we got it planned, and we are going to be all over, the area and way north into the Yukon. So yeah, with that said, hit us up. We need somebody from Canada. Want to ride longer?
I do.
Are you tired of a sore and achy ass?
Always.
Then fix it with a high-quality butt buffer seat cushion. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of butt buffer seat cushions. Lurch, it's all you.
Before I say that, Graham Jenkins is saying, Matt, a member from Calgary, said he could help on the private Facebook page. I didn't see it there, so I will go in and take a look at that.
Do you remember, if you know the name or you can find it, can you post it in there? It'll be easier for us to search for it because there's so many posts in there, it could get lost. I wasn't aware of that.
No.
From Calgary?
Yeah.
Dude, that's perfect.
I'll take a look.
Well, we'll do it after. Yeah.
I think it's on the announcement probably that I put in there that we'd put one before.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just it didn't have as much information, I think.
Gotcha.
Let me look, see what it said.
Thanks for that information. If anybody else has seen anything, let us know too.
Yeah, we did it. We did it on the day that we were planning.
Yes. And Graham Jenkins says, yes, Banff and Canmore are expensive to stay in. Rooms go fast in the summer. I will tell you that we already booked all of our stuff. There was still plenty available. We did it about a week. Was it a week ago, Lurch? A week and a half ago? We had our planning day.
Yeah, on the 2nd.
Yeah, it's on the 2nd. Ago. So we've already booked everything, but you're absolutely right. That stuff goes quick. So I would, like Graham says, if you're planning on going on the 21st, I would get your rooms booked now. A lot of them have cancellations where, you can cancel if you're well ahead of time. You don't have to worry about it. But good call out, Graham. I appreciate that.
It's Larry Johnson in the private Facebook
group. Mr. Larry Johnson.
I'm telling him thank you that I just saw this, and I will reach out to him.
Larry, if you're listening or listening later, I appreciate it. I hope that you have a very high limit on your credit card because this is going to cost you a lot of money to plan. Just messing with you. It's not going to cost you anything except your time. And that's it. That's it. I just thought I'd throw that out there. So,
and the appreciation of his fellow patrons when they get to meet him.
There you go. That's badass. So we got to hook up. See, patron members right here in the live chat helping us out. You're missing out if you're listening in regular podcast format later. You don't get video, you don't get chat and all this. We have a lot of fun interactions. Become a member. All right. Start over. Now Lurch wants to talk about a couple things.
Some new things that we're bringing to the store. We've added some batteries. I'm still working on it. Right now we have just a few of them, but if there's something you're looking for and you need, let me know. We'll see what we can get for you. And the Vance and Hines, we're constantly working on Vance and Hines, getting that updated. As most of you may or may not know, Vance and Hines got their PP spanked by the EPA not long ago, so they had to do a lot of retooling. And so it was kind of hard to get Vance and Hines stuff for a while, but it's all coming back out now. There's a bunch of stuff for the 17 to 23s and even older 14, 16s we got in there. And we're starting to put something for the new bikes in there. You are going to be adding some Vance and Hines Super Sport slip-ons. Very cool looking exhaust. They've got kind of like a sport tip on them. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to really. So
my wife says I got a sport tip.
You got a sport tip?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
Sporty, dude. Well, it's fast.
It's very.
Tell you what, it's fast.
I don't know if that's good
either.
It's
a lot of friction going. Sorry, I digress.
It's a cool look, and when you see them on the 24s, they line up really well with the bottom of the saddlebags.
Yep.
It's perfect lineup, and then the tips kind of point down a little bit. They're available in matte black and a chrome. Chrome's out right now. The matte black you can't get yet, but we were able to get our hands on some. They should be out in a few weeks, but we got some of the first sets anyways. We're going to put them on your bike and do a little comparison for folks to hear.
Dude, you guys got to see these. So I'm getting a link, and Lurch will put them in the show notes too. I just sent you a short on YouTube. That's the link. You got to look at these things. Also, you got to tell me when you guys watch this, I need you to tell me who does, it's okay. Fair vote. Who does the better exhaust? I'm at the beginning where I'm making a sound into the pipe, trying to be cool. And at the end of that short, which is only 60 seconds, I think, or a minute and a half, I think, Lurch does his rendition of exhaust sound. So let us know if you have a chance to watch that before the end of this episode. We would like to know who did better. And then he will at some point we're going to beer dinner after this. So we'll buy each other a beer, whoever wins.
Excellent.
Okay. Just so it's fun.
We're going to dinner, not a beer dinner.
Well,
we're going to dinner.
Beer dinner.
We'll have a beer. Yeah.
It is going to be a beer dinner. That's all I'm having.
They are.
That's just
okay.
saying.
All right.
Well,
they're
just being honest.
They're straight pass-through exhaust. You can see right through them. They have metal baffles, vented or louvered metal baffles in there with a wrap around them. So they're definitely going to be louder than what you have now. Obviously,
they're so louder. You guys got to see them. When I saw them, fell in love.
Yeah.
And we could not get a set.
No,
they're not available, but we have some. I didn't get them on the black market. Okay. I told people I got them on the black market. We have some deep connects, obviously, in the industry at this point, and I'm blessed because if I ask for stuff, people will make arrangements for me to get it. Obviously, we have a large YouTube channel and podcast, and we've made a name and we've made friends with a lot of people in the industry out of pure respect. And so I was very happy that they got those in my hands. Again, the black ones, like Lurch said, that's the only set. I'm sure there's another set somewhere at Vance and Hines, but that's it. They wanted to get them in my hands. So we were supposed to put those on today. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. We'll do it tomorrow. But yeah, I think they're going to sound great, but they're going to look phenomenal. I think it's I don't know what you guys think, if you think it's a really cool, let me know. Gary, he says he loves the pipe sounds. He watched the video. Again, you need to vote. Either all you guys got to do is put Ryan, Matt, don't say anything else. If you vote for me, it's Ryan. If you vote for Matt, it's Matt. We're just having fun to see which sound was better. Which tickled your fancy more? All right. Yeah. Lurch likes tickling fancies.
I sure do. Yeah. I got on Drag Specialties and was just looking for the new stuff to see what was out. And that was something that popped out. I said, hey, dude, come take a look at this. They look pretty cool. And you were like, yep, that's it. Order them. So we're looking forward to those. We're taking off the titanium Harley-Davidson Screaming Eagle titanium exhaust. They
carbon fiber tips.
Yeah, with the carbon fiber tips. They sent that to us to test. It's what came on the CVO Road Glide ST. It's good exhaust. It sounds pretty darn good, but I think that this is going to sound better because it's got the straight pass through.
Yep. And that's all that was available when I got my 24. There was no aftermarket. It was all OEM. So I was like, heck yeah, I'll throw a bunch of OEM stuff and test it for you and do a couple vids on it and stuff like that. And it sounds fine. It looks cool. But I'm definitely, I'm definitely for non-OEM stuff. Some OEM stuff, very few that I recommend. Heated grips, absolutely don't get aftermarket. Very few things that I just get OEM on, but exhaust is definitely Vance and Hines for me. And I can't wait to get those things on there because they are really good looking. All right. We got still stuff to do here. I was going to say something else. Oh, and if you want some of those black ones, the chrome are available now, like Lurch says. If you want the black ones, don't forget, we brought it right to the Law Abiding Biker store. We have a notification email and text now. So when you go to a product and you click on like the black ones, it's going to say that you can't order them. It grays out the add to cart button. But over to the right side of your screen, whether it's mobile or desktop, there is a notify me when in stock. And you can click that little box, enter your email or your phone number or both, I think. And it will, you can even do both. And your choice. You'll either get a text, the instant Lurch knows they're in stock for us and he gets some, we'll add it to the back of our store and it'll instantly notify you that they are in stock, and you can click the link. It'll take you right to it and you can get them ordered. Take a look at them, see what you guys think. And then, on the YouTube channel, I will be giving you a sound test here real shortly. It kind of became a priority because we want that out before the black ones come out. Anything else on the store, Lurch?
No, sir.
Bikeaholics. Listen up. Sero 3D has a wide variety of innovative products for your Harley-Davidson and a brand new line for the all-new Honda Gold Winged named Gold Strike.
I like gold.
Top quality, affordable chrome lighting and comfort products. Sero Gold Strike are the LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. Head over to the law-abiding biker store and check out our full line of Sero 3D products. I think we got us a episode to do. We got a lot of cool stuff to talk about, guys. Going to be a fun episode, a hodgepodge, if you will. Welcome back, you freaking bikeaholics. This is the podcast for the motorcycle majority, the Big MM, also known as the
99%.
large and in charge of the motorcycle scene more than any time in history by being here, by watching, by listening. You, that's right, are part of what we call
The hashtag Biker Revolution.
There you go. We have one question for you. What are you waiting for, bikeaholics? Mount up.
And let us take you on another wild-ass ride.
Ryan Urlacher here, your host of the Law Abiding Biker Podcast and your
high-tech redneck.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, you've got that note on Sero stuff later, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we will deal with that.
Mid-roll.
Nope.
Yep.
Yeah, we will do. Oh,
or pre-roll. Is it a pre-roll? Did you already do the pre-roll?
Yep. I already did the pre-roll.
We'll save it for the mid-roll.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
We'll just do that as a mid-roll and change it.
There you go.
You know what I mean? And you can just talk about that.
Absolutely.
Which we do. We like to change this. So there's some new, what we're talking about is new, exciting Sero stuff coming out for the 24s. We'll talk about it in a minute. That'll be the mid-roll. So you got to obviously wait till the middle for that. So main topic today, guys, is going to be Harley-Davidson Homecoming Lurch, right?
Yep.
2025, the Let's Ride Challenge. We're going to talk about that. There's a bunch of stuff other than the Canada ride, the sanction event. We noticed in the private Facebook group, there's like 3 other rides being planned for non-sanctioned events. There's so much, and it's only January, what is it? The 15th? Lurch?
Excuse me, what?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm
January 15th.
Doing some great stuff.
Okay, January 15th.
What?
I was saying it's only January 15th, and there's amazing stuff planned already in the private Facebook group for events and all that kind of stuff. So you want to announce this new free video, Lurch?
Absolutely.
Putting them out like crazy.
This one's on the Biker Gripper. It's called the Ultimate Motorcycle Cell Phone Mount. Works with the iPhone camera action button. So if you don't know, the new iPhone 16s have a button on the side, an action button. I think it can be changed. You're a little techier than I am, but it comes originally set up to be for the camera. Is it always the camera?
That one is. There also the year before it came out with an action button, which you can program to do certain things. Now there's not only the action button, there's a dedicated camera slider button on the right side, and it will only do the camera.
So essentially there's an extra button for those. Like if you're like me and still have an iPhone 13, on the right side, as you're looking at the screen, you've got your home button, but now you've got one down below. So it's farther down. Ryan will show you where it's at. And it's an extra button on the side of the iPhone. So we had a question from an individual that was looking to get the Biker Gripper, and he said, will the Biker Gripper interfere with that action button, that camera action button? And no, it will not, because the button's actually recessed, and the Biker Gripper pads fit right over the top of it without activating it. So nope, it's all good to go. And you can see it right there if you're watching.
Trying to get it to focus,
Ryan pointing on it there. So you are good to go. And Ryan did a little video on that in true law-abiding biker fashion. Instead of just saying, yes, it works, we actually did have a little video and little photos and all kinds of stuff on the website. So nope, you're good to go. You can still use that with the newest iPhones.
There you go. And I showed him. So, all right, let's thank the following people. We love our sponsors up front, but we also love these following people, as they are a reason, Lurch, that we're coming to everybody after 14 years and going strong.
We'd like to thank Jonathan Hayden of Winlock, Washington, right in our back door, just over the hill.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. I think you've been in contact with him. He's a motors officer over there on the west side.
Yes, sir.
Barry McCulkiner of Las Vegas, Nevada. No, I'm not going to do it again. Nice try.
What?
And Scotty Johnson of Cedar Bluff, Virginia, top tier.
You just skipped over a name.
Oh, no, I see it. Yeah, you can. Why don't you read that?
Dude, it's Barry McCulkiner. What the hell, dude? You can't even.
That's Culkiner.
It's not Culk. Is caulking called Culk? It's called cock.
C-A-U-L. Culk.
Anyways,
you keep trying to fuck with me and get me to say stupid names.
Look at Lurch. Look at Lurch. He's all worried about it.
No, I'm fine. Once I realized what it was, I'm like, I'm not doing it. You do it.
So the actual, we will thank the actual patron member, which is Robert Wiener. of New. It is. I'm not kidding.
Weiner
of New York, New City, New York, is who that is. So it is not what Lurch said. I'm very apologized for Lurch. Trying to thank Barry McCockiner.
Hey, put the correct one back in there, so when I do the show notes, I don't.
Yeah, I will
put
later
Barry McCockiner.
All right,
of Las Vegas.
Anyways, become a member by signing up.
Jackass.
It's very simple, guys. You sign up for a monthly subscription, and you choose the level of benefits that you want to receive. When you become a member, there are a plethora of benefits. Of course, you get access to the private T-shirts and stickers. You get access to the private Facebook group, Troll-Free Zone, and as we're going to talk about here in a minute, all kinds of events going on where there's meetup and rides all over, guys, going out through 2025. The private Facebook group is like gold for meeting, connecting, learning. It is an amazing place to be in that private Facebook group. You get access to live video broadcasts and chat like this. You don't forget about your Patron store discount code, 10% off everything in the Law Abiding Biker store all year, all day. You can use that code. Access to podcasts early. You get them much earlier than everybody else. Premium videos upon request. And of course, access to the sanctioned, like the Canada one coming up, the sanctioned yearly law-abiding biker ride and meetup events. No better time. Get signed up, guys. All again over at lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon. Patreon.
And speaking of,
can you just say it once?
Barry McCockiner.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go. And speaking of patrons, we have a new patron in the chat here, Dave Burton. Dave was just in the Law Abiding Biker store. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday.
Oh, did you see him in the store? Did he come in?
Yeah, he came in. So,
how about that?
He's just saying, hey, guys, new member, and everybody's telling him welcome. But yeah, Dave was in the store, bought a new head for his biker grouper, and signed up to be a patron. So thank you, Dave. Good to meet you the other day.
Dave, I apologize if this is your first live video broadcast and chat. Lurch is really immature.
Whatever.
And he likes to say dirty names on
You're an idiot.
Oh, it's so funny. I'm never going to grow up, guys. I can't grow up. I don't know why I find that shit so funny. Barry McCockiner. I was proud of that. Oh, God. So immature. Okay, so.
And Dave,
go ahead.
Dave, just check your email. You should have got an email sent to you with some information on how to access the private Facebook group and to send us your T-shirt size and that kind of stuff. So make sure you check your junk mail if you don't see it. And
we didn't send an email, but you should have got instant.
There's some type. Is it email?
Well, or right when you signed up, it's a notification right there, and it should email it to you too. But you should have got a notification. If you didn't, you can get a hold of us. But there was a notification on basically what information to send us. But I think almost positive that also pumps an email.
I thought so
to him. I'm almost positive that that's the way we have it set up. So yeah, welcome.
Dave says we can't mess his name up.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Well, we can try.
And Gary Jackson says effing hilarious. So far,
Gary, I'm glad that you appreciate my immaturity, and I love stupid humor like that, dude. So I like it when it's Lurch too. And then he doesn't want to say it. I'm like, no, you've already said it wrong. Now just say it right. So
Gary says, I love the genitalia insertions into just Patreon acknowledgments. Classic. Keep up. Keep trying, Ryan.
Oh, God, that was a good one. Genitalia.
and so far, the only vote for exhaust is by Gary for you.
Oh, Gary.
So at this point, I guess I'm owing you a beer until we get some more votes.
Yep. Just nobody else vote. I want to make sure and get a free beer out of this. So if nobody else votes,
I'll just use the Lab credit card.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. Okay. There's good times. I love these live and hanging with all you guys. You crack me up too in the group there, dude. A lot of people with the same funny sense of humor. We got it. There's too much going on in the world. There's too much politics and stupidity and things going on. So this is kind of, for me, and I know it is for you guys too, it's like a way to just, for at least an hour or more, get in this bubble where it's just a bunch of bikers. Although we're doing it remotely, obviously, via video and stuff, it's still very personal, and we know so many of you, we've met you in person, but it just reminds me that we can all just get away from the real world for a little while and just talk about what we love, our passion for motorcycles, and kind of, everybody in the biker community kind of has, it's funny how we all think a lot alike. and have a lot of the same types of humors and kind of laid back kind of deal. So it's fun for me. Yeah. Still to this day. So, all right. Do we want to talk about,
before we get into that, let's talk about our day a couple of days ago down at the Lab store. We went, we met for coffee, and then you and I rolled over to the law-abiding biker store to work on filling orders and do what we do when we're there. And we were greeted by the odor of what we thought was natural gas in the building. And it was not light.
I'm not going to lie to you. Normally, I'm greeted by Lurch's gas.
Yeah, or usually Oscar. He's got the worst.
It was a welcome gas to come into because I would love to smell natural gas over Lurch's gas.
I get texts from Oscar constantly when he's in. He's like, "Oh man, I just farted and stunk the place up."
Do you need to text that and tell us?
It must have been that good.
Like and usually when you fart, you do it, and there's people around. That
there's nobody to enjoy it.
There's nobody for it to enjoy it, so he literally thinks it's that good that he's got to text his fart. Yeah. Basically, he's trying to text the smell to you, so you can imagine it. It's virtual farts, is what that is. Okay.
So I had a doctor's appointment I had to go to, so I take off to that. In the meantime, you called the gas company and the HVAC, and the gas company apparently gets out there pretty quick if you tell them you think you have a leak.
Right.
How long did it take them? Just 10, 15 minutes they were there?
Well, when I called him, it was pretty quick. But when I called him, they ask you a lot of questions. They have liability.
Sure.
So they were asking me, the questions, the lady, and she's like, do you smell gas? Yes.
Yes, that's why I called.
That's why I called. And how is the odor? And and I go,
that's strong, which is why I called.
It's really strong. And she goes, okay, well, we're going to try to get somebody out there. And she's like, turn off all your electronics, turn off your TV, evacuate the building and all that. And she goes, and then we're going to get the guy coming. And she goes, do you have any questions? And I go, is it going to be an issue? Because I'm smoking in the building right now. She just... Somebody was there within 3 minutes. It was fucking amazing. I did not tell her that, but I wanted to. She friggin' gasped. Okay, anyways, I digress. I'm off track again.
So they came down, checked the building, and lo and behold, no natural gas.
Yeah.
Which set us on a mission to find out where the odor comes from. Our heater was working. Everything seemed to be fine on our side. So then we deduced that it must be coming from the other side. If you haven't been to the Law-Abiding Biker store, it is it's got two shops in it. We have one side and we lease out the other side. And currently the leasee is not going to be there very much. Well, he's not going to be much longer. So, but nonetheless, he's over there. He has a taco shack out front that he does his cooking in, and he uses propane to cook out there. He doesn't always keep his bottles inside, but for whatever reason, he had some bottles inside, and they were near the intake for the HVAC, because the HVAC's all in the back corner on his side. And there was two small bottles there, and they must have bled off or leaked or something, and then got sucked into our side. But it's funny. We go into these work days with something planned, and more often than not, something comes up like a potential gas leak that kind of sends us on another avenue for the day.
Totally frustrates me. It just I got so much to do and videos to edit, and I'm just like, son of a bitch. And I'm not going to go through today. Same thing. Didn't film. We ended up getting, we're making the store smart with a smart thermostat and smart lock. And anyways, that nothing goes to plan. And here we are. We didn't have to go live. So, and that was another day of multiple things. So the last multiple days have not going as planned. And funny enough, Graham Jenkins says Lurch was eating a healthy salad again. The gift that keeps on giving.
When I eat salads, I do eat healthy ones.
You still
They're healthy. You just don't put a bunch of cheesy dressing on them. I just put oil and vinegar on mine.
See, Graham, he's still going at it.
Healthy.
He's still going at it.
Salads can be healthy. There's no doubt about it. If you do it right. If you do it right.
Oh, that is awesome, dude. Lurch is never going to live that down. I think that was an episode me and Popeye. Yeah, it was on our trip, wasn't it? Yeah, on the East Coast trip. Thanks for bringing that up, Graham. And let's not forget
It still make no sense because you're like, salads aren't healthy. Yeah, they are, depending on how you eat them.
No, they aren't.
Yeah.
A lot. You think you're being healthy by eating a salad, but you're not. There's a lot of things that are a lot healthier than salads.
Oh, my God.
But you are a typical American that thinks, oh, if I don't eat that, but as long as it has lettuce, it's healthy.
You try to tell me that sandwich and French fries is more healthy than my salad.
I didn't say that. Just don't compare it that immediately when it's a salad, because you could actually be eating a lot healthier things than a salad.
Oh my God.
And what do you mean by healthy? That's the other question.
You got a sandwich, it's got bread on it. You got French fries that are deep fried.
Depends what kind of bread.
In general,
and you need carbs. You need complex carbs.
You do, but I don't need.
So we can go down this whole
fucking day. One day I wanted a salad to eat healthier, and you guys are like, oh my God.
Well, it was funny because we've heard that before, and Popeye is very much into nutrition and health, so I would believe
you
him.
two are both so full
I am
shit.
not.
It's funny.
I eat healthy. I lost a lot of weight, so I do have a way I go about things. But just the whole thing of I'm glad Graham brought this up. You can see it still going, but the fact that a salad is just because it's a salad is healthy is not the case, depending on what you're trying, especially to do.
Yeah,
but yes, is it more?
What you put on it?
Is it better? Is it better than like eating like a Snickers bar? Yes, if that's your health goal, then yes. But a salad within itself doesn't mean you're any healthier. You could actually be healthier eating other stuff.
Oh my God.
See, Graham, he's still going at it. And Popeye would be here going, this is ridiculous.
No, you guys moving on off of it.
No, but I appreciate Graham. Look at Graham. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah. Just remember, guys, if you want to get healthy for 25, just eat salads. You'll be fine.
Nobody said that.
Look at it. So easy.
It was one lunch. I'm like, I'm going to go lighter, a little healthier today.
Oh, God.
Today, not the rest of my life eating salads. You guys are ridiculous with your comparisons.
Here's what I suggest. Like I said on the last episode, we hashed this out, and me, Popeye, and Lurch. If you want to eat a salad like I do now and then, just eat a salad because it's a nice change and it's good. Yeah. But don't say it's healthy because it's not necessarily healthy just because it's a salad. Thank you.
Jesus.
Thank you. No. We got a lot to talk about. We've already hashed the same exact conversation over, and Lurch lost the argument. Go back to that. No. So go back to the podcast.
There's no losing. You guys are ridiculous.
To the that was our East Coast. Let me find the episode number for you. Let's see. We need to go to our website. That was our East Coast. And Popeye. Oh, Cowboy was on here too with us, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he just didn't talk because you two were out of control.
That's because he was just drunk. Yeah. Epic Coast right there. Oh, that's the part 2 of 2. Oh, yeah. LAB-386. Oh, it was a 2-part episode. So
they usually are.
Yeah. 376, 377. I would encourage you to go over there because Lurch lost there too. Lurch was overruled there too, as he's overruled here by me and the community. Look at
so damn ridiculous. Funny.
Are you saying, Grim? Stop! Oh, dude, too funny. All right, we got more important stuff to talk about than Lurch's healthy salads. So let's move on to
one goddamn salad.
It's kind of like the poor Lurch is the brunt, and we're just teasing, dude. Lurch is the brunt, unfortunately. Kind of like when we're not even, the plug the toilet story. He got the brunt of that joke too, dude. All in good fun. All right. So what are we going to talk about next?
Some of the non-sanctioned rides that are popping up in the private Facebook group. For those listening that aren't patron members, our mid-level and above patrons get access to a private Facebook group. It's a troll-free zone. It's a lot better than those forums that you can find online because it's searchable as well, and you can go back, 10 plus years of information in there. If you want to know about tires, just type in tires and all kinds of stuff will come up. But in addition to our what we call sanctioned, and this started a while ago, where the guys, I believe it was in Tennessee, the Eastern guys, because they were planning a meetup and ride without us being involved, they started calling it non-sanctioned. So we've got all these non-sanctioned rides that are popping up, usually 2 to 3 a year, and it looks like a couple of them are already getting going. And you had, I think, the link for that to announce those ones, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in the chat. What am I announcing?
You had the link so we can pull up.
Oh, you want the Facebook? I just pulled up the events page. If you ever want to know what events are going on, just go to the Law Abiding Biker private Facebook group. At the top, just like a website, there's discussion, featured, your items, members, events, media, and files. Just go to events, and that will be all the events that patron members are doing.
Yep. So we got a couple of them already. We got the Eastern ride, like I mentioned. That's the one that we were on.
You want to pull it up? Do you want me to click into it?
You can just leave it right there. That's fine. So the 2025 non-sanctioned Eastern Lab ride. Rick Wheeler, he must have been the one that drew the short straw of the night at the end of their ride last year, because I remember Russell telling me that by the end of the their meetup that somebody has chosen to spearhead it next year, and Rick Wheeler will be spearheading it this year. It is June 6th to the 8th. We've also got the Midwest Meetup and Ride. That is going to be September 5th to 7th. Craig Bowles is organizing that one. Chris Lezak's working on one for a Lake Superior Circle Tour, but pushing that one to 2026. And there's generally a Texas one every year too in the fall, so that'll probably get popped up in there. But if you're interested in going those, patrons, pop into the events tab on the Facebook page, and you can find that information there.
Yeah, it's good to know. Let the organizers of those. Again, we have nothing to do with those events. If you're new to the group or a new patron member, or you're listening, in podcast format, our one law-abiding biker sanctioned, we call it, All in Fun. That's the one that we help organize, we fund, we do all that. That's going to be in Canada. Of course, I already announced that up front. These are what have evolved over many years of just the group growing and people getting to know each other. And they are, with no say from us, they are just, which is fine. That's the way we want it. I'm just saying we don't even know. I ran across this because I was in the private Facebook group. I tried to keep up on it. And I saw that there was a bunch of events posted for 25. I was like, wow, we need to mention some of that. So yeah, just remind us too, guys, because we do miss some stuff. If you are going to plan events, do it, but just let us know, and we'll put the information, whatever you want, out on the podcast for you. We're more than happy to use the platform to get your voice out there and what you're trying to do. Yes, Lurch.
Jake Moritz says Texas is October 4, and it's being organized by Jason Chapman.
Look at that. Very cool. Thanks for that information, Jake. So there you go. Texas in October. And I'm sure at some point they'll, post that in the Facebook group when they have it locked down a little bit more and do an event and all that. Keep checking that events tab. And again, if any of you are planning events and you're putting them in the private Facebook group and you want us to put it out definitively, please DM us in your Patron account or whatever, and we'll take a look at it and we'll try to get it out. Well, we will get it out on a podcast episode for you, because that just more ears can hear it. And we want to make sure these events, you guys are putting a lot of work into them, and we certainly want to make sure that the community knows about them. The Law Abiding Biker Patreon community knows about them, and so that they can look at their schedules and get signed up and whatnot. And more bikers can meet each other in person, which is what it is all about. All right. He says it's on there. Lurch, just look harder.
Looking at the tab, past events.
Oh, show more.
24. Oh, there's a show more button. There it is.
There it is.
Okay. All right. It's on there.
Thanks, Jake.
October 4th.
See what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
Version 5.0, I think it says.
Oh, yeah. Version V5.0.
Okay.
Yeah, V5.0. Oh, that's funny. So there you go. As you can see, we can miss stuff, guys. So definitely DM us or say, hey, I just put something in the Facebook group or whatever, if you want it out on the podcast. That way we make sure, because obviously we are running like chickens with our heads cut off here at Law Abiding Biker Media. We are busier than ever. And so I will freely admit that much stuff can be missed. Hit us up. Let us know. All right. With that said, let's just go dive right in. Lurch, why don't you talk about the Sero stuff? We'll just do a mid-roll. This is atypical. We usually have the regular mid-roll for Sero, but Lurch is just going to ad-lib this because he found out some cool stuff today, as did I. Looked at some stuff.
Do I get the music? Or are we just going to do it without the music?
It's completely up to you.
I kind of feel like I need it.
Yeah, dude, I understand.
Let me find our email as we're going. Oh, yeah.
Is that better?
I love it. Yeah, so our contact at Sero reached out to us just the last couple days here and wanted to know if we were thinking about upgrading to a 23.5 or a 24 bike. And I said, you know what? Actually, we've got a 24 Road Glide. We have access to a 24. We have a Street Glide. And we have access to a 24 Road Glide, and I might be buying a new one pretty soon.
Woohoo!
So they're coming out finally with some stuff. They've got some new lighting coming out, and they've because I don't want to get ahead of them, but they have come up with a way to get into the lighting system and control the lights. And they're doing it seems like it a little bit different this time. Their previous products for the 14 to 23 old fairing bikes clicked in, plugged in, split your wiring, and they had control modules in the lights. It seems like they're using a control module that hooks to the bike, or not into the CAN bus, but it's separate. And then they're going to be plugging in and controlling your lights. But because of that, they can do all kinds of cool stuff with the lighting. So there's going to be a couple of new lights coming out, and we're going to be some of the first ones to have it. And I know that as time goes on, they'll be creating more and more stuff for those new bikes. They've created awesome stuff in the past, and I look forward to what they can do for the new bikes. Yeah.
Very, very cool stuff. And just looking at it, it is frickin', it's sexy, as you can expect from Sero. Just knocked it out of the park from the stuff I saw. We're very blessed here. We get to see a lot of early stuff, but this actually is coming soon. Some of it on their website they've already put, but it just says coming soon.
There's even another one here that I forgot to open the link to show you. It's a light that'll go underneath your headlights on kind of a light bar
on the Batwing.
Yes, on the Batwing bike. It's showing it for. I just see it for the Batwing at this time. But if you go into that, we can look at it later. But it's pretty neat. Real clean, pops right in. Gonna have a nice bright light. And our contact there says I accidentally looked directly into it and saw spots for 20 minutes afterwards.
Nice.
So it'll be an auxiliary light. But man, they do just the coolest stuff.
Yep, they really do. So I'm excited. You better believe I'll be putting a bunch of that on my 24 Street Glide. We'll be doing videos on it. We'll be promoting it. Remember, everything, guys, that Sero's going to come out with, you can get it right in our store. We're going to list a multitude of it as quickly as we can. But remember, if you don't see it on our website, just contact us over at the store. Just hit the contact form, lawabidingbiker.com/store, the contact form. Tell us what you want. Remember, Patron members, mid-level and above, you get that discount code. Remember, if you don't live in Washington State, no taxes for you. And that's a huge savings, plus your 10%. Plus, if it's over $100, it's free shipping. So it's worth your time to contact us. And, of course, we appreciate it because you're supporting a bootstrap company of bikers trying to help as many bikers as we can worldwide, and we couldn't do it without you. Coming up is the next topic, which is... we're going to talk Homecoming Harley-Davidson here in 2025. Lurch knows a bit more about it because he researched it and did some notes, so I'm going to let him take it from here, and then I'll jump in with any questions.
It is July 10th through the 13th, 2025 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. If you ride your bike over there, I'd make sure that you get some Wilbur suspension on your bike before you go, because those roads over there are a little bit rough, man.
Horrible.
Holy cow.
I remember that about Milwaukee. We mentioned it.
You had to go get realigned afterwards.
Yeah.
What were you riding again? That Softail of some kind.
That was the...
it's a long, lean one.
Yeah.
I'm having a brain fart.
Is it the Breakout?
Breakout. There you go.
It was the Breakout.
You know, those have limited suspension.
Yeah.
And so a couple times I saw you getting bucked out of your seat over there. So you might want to get your Wilbur set up before you go. But anyways, they have announced the festival, who's coming. So this is from Harley. The annual Harley-Davidson Homecoming Festival will be headlined by musical acts Chris Stapleton and Hank Williams Jr., each performing at Veterans Park on the Milwaukee lakefront July 11th and 12th. Ticket sales are already out, and you can get some pre-sale stuff right now. So you can go there, hdhomecoming.com to get that stuff. Continuing on, ticket holders can experience the Harley-Davidson Homecoming Festival at Veterans Park with 2-day and one day general admission passes. You can get VIP passes. On July 12th, Chris Stapleton will headline the festival. He's a 10-time Grammy, 19-time CMA, and 19-time ACMA award winner, and he is one of country music's most respected and beloved musicians. I had the opportunity to see Chris a couple of years ago when he was at the White River Amphitheater here in Washington, and that dude is awesome. He can play the guitar like a son of a bitch. He definitely has his own kind of style. When you hear it, you know it's him. And he sings really well, too. And then on July 11th, Hank Williams Jr. is going to be there. It says, the legendary American singer, songwriter, musician is widely known for his blend of country music, rock, and southern rock music. He's the son of the iconic Hank Williams Sr. and one of country music's most influential figures.
May I mention real country music?
Mm-hmm.
Thank God before we got all the new pop stuff. Cool if you like that. I like classic, more traditional before country, when country music didn't all sound the same.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds so much the same these days. I'm sorry if that offends anybody. That's just my opinion. It's hard for me to listen to a lot of the new stuff. I like that era of country music. Anyways.
Yeah, I don't mind some of the new stuff, but I definitely
some of the new stuff. It's hit and miss.
It is, and it kind of depends on the mood and what I'm doing. And if you're out on a boat, there's some good. Today some of today's country music's good boat music. But if you want good guitar and good lyrics that you can understand, and you don't have, it's not. Nobody's rapping in the middle of
it. Right.
And using, synthesizers, using actually stringed instruments and drums and horns and whatnot, then Hank Williams is right there for you.
Classic.
Yep.
Grew up on that stuff.
So it definitely seems that they're going a country Southern rock vibe with this lineup.
Yeah.
Chris is country Southern rock. He's written a shit ton of songs for a lot of country artists before he himself became popular. And so they got Hank Williams, and they have let me see here. There was some other ones that definitely showed that they were going down the
Hey, let me know in the chat, guys, there, if you guys are planning on going to the homecoming. It is July 10th through 13th, Milwaukee, of course, as Lurch is looking that up. Remember, this event started 3 years ago. We went to the first one. Harley flew me there. We did our big thing, really promoted it. It was a blast. We didn't go last year just due to time constraints and projects. But it is getting bigger. Harley's pushing it. It's part of the community. Obviously that's a huge marketing thing for them. So I'm curious if anybody for definitively in the chat right here is going. Now, with that said, are we going? We need to figure this out. Because, our Canada trip is, if we got back the 13th, they basically give us a data pack.
Not even a day. We'd leave on the 14th. So I think it's probably out this year.
We might, if I do, I would fly in and fly out, and maybe be there a day, 2 days, like the 10th and 11th, fly out the 11th. So I'm back or something like that. I'm not definitively saying whether I'm going. We have a lot of events coming up that I'm going to be flying around all over to do stuff and test ride and review different bikes. And I've already got a lot of that like on my schedule here coming real soon. So it's kind of going to depend. If we do go, it would have to be that. It would have to be in and out, which is the way I like it. In more than out.
You like to soak?
I do.
As the kids say.
I like to bask. Soak? Is that what the kids say?
Thing. It's a new thing where you just go in and hang out.
Soak it. Yeah. Well, who doesn't like that, dude?
Just soak.
It's better to be inner than just honor.
I think it's like our version of just the tip.
The tip, yeah, right.
Just a new version of that.
Okay, now I know, dude. Soaking.
Yeah.
Better than docking.
They'll also be getting us back on track. The Turnpike Troubadours will be there. They're awesome.
Jake's going.
Yeah, Jake's going. He says he's only 8 miles away from Veterans Park.
Well, why wouldn't you go, for God's sakes? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Makes sense.
And there's a lot more going on too. Obviously, it's not just the concerts, although that's a lot of fun. There's music most of the day. They've got the Iron Wheel of Death or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
They run the bikes around that side, that wheel of the Wall of Death sometimes too. They had
motocross jumpers, freestyle jumpers.
Nitro Circus, is that who it was last time? There's beer gardens. There's lots of people hanging out. It's a fun time. It's a nice venue. Lots
of bikes to demo.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah, you electric bikes, Harleys. I mean, it is Harley Central, and
you can go over to the museum and do tours, or not tours, but test rides out of there. You can do test rides at some of the local dealerships. There's stuff at the different plants to tour, and it's fun. If you haven't gone and you're thinking about going, this might be a good year because not only is it a good time, but you also got some good music to listen to this go around.
Yep,
I know this. I know that when they did they were doing it every 5 years. Now they're doing it every year. And it was 2 years ago that you and I went and they had the Green Day there. And Green Day had said some anti-American stuff. It got a lot of people riled up. So this lineup looks like pure America.
Yeah. America. It sounds like it was a fun event. I enjoyed it. And I hope it continues to grow. Because you got Sturgis, obviously. That's great. Mm-hmm. But just to be an event like that where it's just a lot of bikers, and especially Harley centric, of course, because it's their event. But being on, right there on the water in Veterans Park, it's an amazing backdrop, and I enjoyed it. So I'll let you guys know. Of course, I'll let y'all know if I'm going to end up flying in and flying out just for a couple days. I just like mingling with the people, shaking hands, seeing people. We'll see. it's going to be tight. This year is already ramping up to be a really tight scheduled year, and we're only in January. So, yeah, very cool. What else you want to talk about? You want to do the, let's do this real quick, and then we will do the let's ride stuff.
Or ride longer and treat your ass with some respect already. Get hooked up with a premium butt buffer seat cushion. This company of bikers developed a super thin, hospital-grade seat cushion made of solid and elastic materials that is, and it's unlike gel pads that'll leak if punctured. The butt buffer is designed not to slide around your seat, fits all motorcycles, installs in seconds, easily cleans, and helps dampen those damn vibrations.
Oh, I like vibrations on my ass.
Who doesn't? Oh. With plenty of miles to choose from, they assure you'll have a comfortable ass when riding. Head on over to the Law-Abiding Biker store and check out our full line of butt buffer seat cushions.
There you go. You better believe the amount of miles we are riding in Canada this year is insanity. 11 days. I would not survive without my butt buffer. I am also very happy to announce literally a half hour, an hour before we sat down to record this podcast, my brand new, which we sell in the Law-Abiding Biker store, my brand spanking new Saddleman Road Sofa Lattice Stitch Silver heated version is in. It's in the box. We'll be doing some shorts on Instagram, on YouTube. We're going to do a full video too. I already had the road sofa, same exact seat, but non-heated because they didn't make the heated yet when I got the bike. So my seat, the actual road sofa, non-heated, is going to be up for sale in the Law-Abiding Biker store for walk-ins and things like that. If you are all interested, or even if you're a patron member or you're listening in a regular podcast format, that's an item that you're going to have to get a hold of us. Hit us up in the contact form. Say, I'm interested. It fits 24 newer.
Yeah, I might put it in the patron-only Facebook group too.
There you go. He'll post it in there.
Put a deal on it if anybody wants it.
If nobody nabs on it, we will be selling it. We sell a lot of stuff like that on the store, slightly used, or we'll sell it on our eBay store. Mm-hmm. We don't do a lot on eBay, but some things that we just don't want to let that sit. But I've got the heated version. We are now carrying in the store the heated version. Saddleman, the reason we brought it to our store is because it's absolutely phenomenal. One of the best seats I've ever ridden on. And it is what goes on my bike. It's got the backrest. It comes right out. You don't have to install any hardware, unlike the Harley OEM seats and backrest. It's already built into the seat. It folds down. Saddleman speaks for itself. They are unbelievably amazing. And yes, they're a bit spendy, but they are a amazing touring seat. And remember, patron discount, free shipping, not live in Washington, no tax. When you're talking about a seat, those are some huge savings for you.
Yeah, a lot of those good seats are not cheap, so it's right in there, price line with all the other ones. I will just say that the heated is now considered a special order, so it can take some time to get it to you.
Yep.
If you want heated.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that. These don't come overnight. All Saddlemans, because a lot of them, depending on what they have in stock, they'll make them for you, but they still are pretty quick about it. But and if you have any questions, Lurch knows a lot about the Saddleman seats because he set it all up. We actually have a display in our walk-in store. Mm-hmm. If you're ever in the Union Gap, Washington area, where you can come in, we have a actual nice, really Saddleman display there. So my number one go-to seat, and I can't wait to swap this and put the heated one on again. We just haven't done an official video that we're carrying Saddleman. We've been carrying them for a long time. Or not a long time, but a fair amount of time. And don't forget, if you want any seat, we can get it for you, Saddleman. We have a lot listed on the website, but if there's something else that you don't see or specific, we can get you hooked up with it. We'd love to do that. All right. Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. I just had to mention that because I'm excited.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to unbox it because I wanted to wait because I'm going to do a short on it.
I got to ask
on
you.
Instagram and a short on YouTube and a reel and all that.
A lot of this stuff comes in and you want to unbox it and show it all off and everything. And I know that you need to film it, but is it still hard for you to wait to open that stuff and play with it? Or just because you got to film it, it's like no big deal.
Yes.
I'll get to it when I get to it. I'm like, I got to open this thing right away.
I know.
Look at it, I got to touch it. I got to feel it.
I feel bad. It's actually a good question, Lurch. I'm just going to give you my honest feelings. I actually feel bad. At some point, because of what I do,
getting new stuff is kind of worn off.
Because I've been doing it for 14 years and I don't take that lightly and I don't say it arrogantly. I I should get more excited than I do, but I have so much stuff coming in from companies and stuff from the store, and we just get what we need because I need to do a review on it. And honestly, sometimes we get so much stuff in. I have a brand new Clockworks windshield in the box out there. Mm-hmm. I've got brand new Vance & Hines exhaust in a box out there. Now we have a Saddleman heated seat in a box. I haven't opened any of it. We opened the pipes to look at them because we need to do a short.
Right. Yeah. We did a little unboxing on the pipe.
I still love motorcycles and motorcycle parts, but it's different than before. I started doing this 14 years ago where you ordered something and, you whatever, and you didn't get dude, the shit showing up on my porch and the shit showing up at Lurch's house anymore is like, it's insane. Because we have so much going on. So I still get a little bit like when the seat came in, but I don't have any need. I'm like, just throw it in the corner.
We'll get to it.
We'll put it on our calendar.
Right.
We'll film it. We'll do it. Once I open it, then I get excited because I get to film it, touch it, see it. And I want to do a really cool video on it. And so then that's when the excitement's for me. Right now, it's just another project,
another task
to add to the calendar.
Too bad, man.
I'm just trying to give I'm trying. I
feel bad for you.
I'm not sad about it. Yeah, you do. That's great.
I just still get excited.
Yes. Yes, true. I can see that because you don't get near the amount of stuff I do either, though.
No,
you know what I mean?
A lot of stuff that's coming to my house ends up down the store.
Right. It's for sale stuff, And and so I'm very appreciative, though. I'm still very humble about that. That's my honest,
makes sense.
It's weird to say.
Yeah.
But I'm always an honest guy. And but I will be excited when I open it. And I am excited because I talked about it. So just the fact that it's in.
There's only one thing that
because I won't go this trip without a heated seat.
No, you'll have a heated seat and you'll have your butt buffer.
Yep.
But there's only one thing today that you've been dishonest about.
What? Yeah.
There's one thing today you've not been honest about. The health value of a salad. Once in a while.
Oh, it's awesome, dude. It's awesome. Just if you want to be healthy like Lurch, specimen of health, eat salads.
And drink beer.
With your salad.
Sometimes you just need a salad because those sandwiches and fries have just been feeling too heavy.
I agree. Yeah, that's the reason you do it.
Exactly.
Yes, not because it's healthy.
100%.
You just want something lighter, and that's why I do it. Just like, you know what? I'm going to get a salad because I just want to change a diet. Yes, you said it there. You're absolutely right.
All right, moving on.
It's not healthy. All right. Anyways,
there's something else that's coming up.
Yeah.
It hasn't been announced yet, so hopefully we don't get too in front of them. But we learned that Harley is going to do a ride challenge again this year. They've done some in the past. I believe it's going to be called the Get Out and Ride Challenge, or Let's Ride Challenge, something like that. But it's a deal where you can go into your local dealership, or actually any dealership other than like the t-shirt stores. It's got to be an actual Harley dealership, and they will take your mileage and log it. And April 1st is supposed to be the day that it goes live. Get your mileage checked, ride all summer. I think it goes through the end of September, maybe the first part of October. And depending on how many miles you log, you can get certain things. So in the past, 1,000 miles, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, then like up to 10,000, I think it jumps. You can earn HD gift cards. You can get cash gifts. There's entries that can go into. In the past, there's a motorcycle that was raffled off, so you can get raffles. And so we are going to do that. We're going to go log our mileage before we take off. We're actually going to do it April 1st. We want to get as much mileage as we can. But on our Canada trip, we're going to stop in a couple dealerships and have the mileage checked and just keep it checked out. So what Harley's trying to do is just get people out riding, right? So they're going to be offering some incentives. Not that you necessarily needed it, but now if you're out riding, hey, I could win a bike by doing this. I can get some gift certificates to HD or something. So, it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Go down, get your mileage logged, have a good time all year long, and see what you can get in the end.
Yep. I'm just looking through, I think it's a good, and just getting out and riding. Interesting. I think we talked. I'm getting sidetracked, but
Weird.
Oh yeah. Graham Jenkins says Lurch can send his alter ego Barry McCockiner to the Milwaukee Homecoming. Both Barry McCockiner is going to be there, and genitalia. Well, that's his wife. Yeah. Genitalia will be there. Oh, I'm glad people are enjoying that. Interestingly, it's interesting, these stats. any company, whether it's Apple and the iPhone, or Harley Davidson and the motorcycles, is the amount of market research that they do. And it's dumb. I only know a little bit when they start talking to me about it, because obviously I have reps and I talk to people at headquarters at this point in the game. And just when I'm, whatever, if we're going to go do review bikes or this or that, and I have questions about the bike so I can get the proper information out to you guys. Anyways, hearing the amount of stats, market research that they do, which we should know, it's a huge company, but they know that, and I forget, don't quote me on these exact stats because it was a conversation, but essentially they have done enough research to know that if you don't ride, I don't know the exact day, and maybe I don't think Lurch remembers exactly either, but let's just say they know to the basically month. If you don't ride for 6 months, let's say, they know that you're in this % category to sell your bike and not ride again. That's just one of many market research, and they know if they can get you on your bike every so often, obviously it's in their best interest. And my best interest, I want to keep everybody in the sport. Don't give it up. It's unhealthy to give it up. I will just tell you that. I know people who have had motorcycles and then got rid of them like I did after high school. I would literally have dreams about riding. Like there's something very acute. I don't even know if acute stuff. There's something very much like there that
persistent
that draws us to this sport. It's a way of life. It's a mental health thing. It keeps me whole. It makes me feel alive when I don't ride. And sometimes people, I got to do this, I got to do that. If you just go out for an hour ride, even like your whole attitude can change. It's that amazing for your mind, your body, your spirit. So with that said, they know that. So there's that reason to keep you in it. That's my reason, is I love the communities. I love motorcycle. I don't want to see anybody give it up. But for them, it's sales, right? So, and they obviously care about the lifestyle bikers. Let me tell you, the people I deal with are bent over backwards. They love bikes. They absolutely live, eat, breathe. Like these are really good people. The boots on the ground at Harley. They love to meet bikers. They are so humble of people. They just want people to ride, and that's their love. That's their passion. They just get to do it for a living too.
It was low, and if I remember right, it was like 500 miles a year.
Maybe it was that.
If you ride at least 500
was it miles, not months? Okay, maybe it was.
It might have been a little bit of both. I particularly remember the mileage. It said if you were under 500, good chance you're going to get out of the sport. If you rode at least 500 for the year, you're going to stay into the sport. And so that's why they're wanting people to get out and ride, obviously for them to sustain their business. But with you, and I agree what you're saying, is it's also good for your mental health. Get out there and ride. Put your knees in the breeze. You can have the worst day. For me, I get on that bike and ride, and a smile comes to my face.
Yep.
Because you're focusing on riding. There's you have to pay attention to safely ride a motorcycle, and then you've just got all of the nature that's the smells and the sights, and it's just freeing, man.
And with that said, guys, I don't just talk the talk. I also like to walk the walk, and so because I know that riding is so important for well-being and mental health. It was one of the reasons, and Lurch can attest to this. I decided, and I had talked about it for a long time. I said, we're going to buy a truck for the store.
Yeah. Shop truck.
A shop truck. And the reason is Lurch has a truck. I have a truck. Oscar has a truck, but I said, listen, I want you guys to be able to ride to work, and they have to take packages, large amounts of packages to USPS or stop by UPS. Can't do that on a motorcycle. So they have to drive their trucks all the time to the store. They can't ride. And so during the riding season, I just thought in my mind, I'm like, it's super important. I want to ride to the store. I don't deliver in packages that much. I do the other side of the business, but I do now and then get caught up in that. But I told Lurch, I said, I really want you to be able to ride. I know how important that is. We're a motorcycle business, and I want you to be able to ride back and forth to work. Of course, we needed the truck, but technically we wouldn't have needed it because we all have trucks. Mm-hmm. Now we bought an used, older truck. It doesn't go that far. It's for around town and errands, but it's got a canopy.
It's only got 285,000 miles.
It's only got 285,000 miles. It's a runner though.
Yeah.
Once it gets put back together.
It came from our local mechanic, so we know it runs.
Yeah.
It's a good shop truck.
It'll be perfect. But that's what I mean. That's how important it was to me. Like, we shouldn't be riding, having to drive your trucks when it's beautiful weather.
It is appreciated.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I know it. And, I know you're going to take advantage of it for sure. It'll be good to see you riding your bike into the store instead of the truck. So, I appreciate all the long time you have been driving your truck to the store. It's been very helpful. So we're streamlining a lot of things, but that's what I mean by how important it was to me, guys. And we made it happen. And so now, once we get out of the sub-freezing temperatures and ice, we will be able to once again ride our bikes to and from the store. And I'm looking forward to it as much as anybody, because we've had a bit of a stretch here of really just weather. So we had some snow, bunch of rain, ice, just been a little
wetter
bit
than
nasty.
normal weather for us. Warmer and
normal.
wetter, so it's a soggy mess. And I live out in the country.
Warmer and wetter.
Warmer and wetter.
Lurch dreamed about
That's
that in high
normally a
school.
good thing, right? Mm-hmm. Except for it makes for a sloppy private road. So,
That's
anyways,
true.
I can finally, the snow's melted my on my property, and I can get my bike out again. So we've actually had several days that are warm enough to ride, and I hope to get mine out shortly.
Absolutely, and guaranteed I will. We ride around here as long as there no ice, no de-icer on the road, because that's slicker than ice sometimes. Mm-hmm. We monitor, but if it's 40 degrees above freezing, even a lot of times 35 plus, I will ride my bike around just to get out and get my knees in the breeze. Do you want to do the one last thing and just monitoring comments, guys?
Yeah.
Just make sure there's not anything else super important in there. Do you want to do this recall?
Yeah, just a little announcement. Indian Motorcycles is recalling every 2025 Scout over a false neutral. So let me look at the ad here. It says, just before Christmas 2024, Indian Motorcycles filed a safety recall report with the U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration regarding its 2025 Scout and Scout 60 lineup. The problem is a gear position indicator on the dash that could potentially tell the rider the bike is in neutral, when in fact it is in gear. The issue affects 100% of Indian's 2025 Scout and Scout 60 lineup that were produced prior to December 23rd, 2024, regardless of trim. According to Indian, that means around 4,926 motorcycles in the U.S. could be affected by this issue. The bike's gear position indicator says it's in neutral when it is not. The motorcycle could move in an unwanted way. This could increase the risk of crash, potential injury for the rider, or unsuspecting bystanders. That's why Indian has recalled all affected 2025 Scouts. So if you hadn't heard that and you own one, you may want to get that down and get that recall handled.
Very good. Lots of recalls, guys. And that's nothing on Indian. Harley has them. My Ford F-150 has them. Recalls are a normal thing with motor vehicles. A lot of people like to trash Harley or Indian, or it's so ridiculous when I see that. Yeah, typical Harley. Typical Indian, typical Ford F-150, typical Husqvarna dirt bike, typical whatever. Typical motor vehicle, guys. But
Louis blowing air biscuits. Jeez.
Is he? Is he crop dusting you?
He needs to poop. He keeps coming over here and bothering me too. I think he's going to have to poop right after this episode.
Really? Because I left him out for a half hour to run in the yard.
Either that or you're farting.
No, I think he's queefing right by you for a reason.
Why are you doing that, bud?
Yeah, he always crop dusts you, which is nice. Good job. Good dog. Anyways, Lurch. Now, we love our patron members.
Yes,
we want you to become a member because we want to get to know you better, right? We want you at the events, private Facebook group, but the only way you can support us, or that you want to support us, is through a flat donation. We never buck at a flat donation. And we just want to thank the following people for leaving.
Asshole. I can see you changed one already.
So for leaving flat donations.
James Hunter of Jameson, Missouri. Larry Levesque of Oliverhurst, Georgia. And this one is not right because it's called Jack Knopf of Prescott, Arizona. So I know you put a fake one in there.
Dude, it's Jack Knopf.
Jack Knopf.
What the hell, dude?
Yeah. Nice try.
It's actually Scott Gorman of Prescott, Arizona.
Thank you, Scott.
I'm sorry again. Lurch is very immature, and I don't know why he puts names like that in the show notes. It's ridiculous. All I can do is apologize for Lurch. But, you can just head over to lawabidingbiker.com/donate, and you can leave a flat donation. Again, lawabidingbiker.com/donate, or you can go to the homepage of the website. And on the right side, there's a banner that says donate. And we certainly appreciate the flat donations. It helps put a little fuel in the law-abiding biker gas tank.
So we can keep this thing running on down the road in 2025.
Yeah, there you go. A lot of those flat donations too, guys, come in the form of tips in the store. We appreciate that. We're humbled by that. Not only are you shopping in our store, but at checkout, people are leaving us tips, which come in the form of donations. So some of those are announcement or tips left in the store. We do help a lot of people. We answer a lot of emails. We are not a big conglomerate. We're not Komodo Holdings, which owns Revzilla, JMP Cycles, Cycle Gear. Not saying anything bad about them. They're obviously large. They're in the business of selling as much product to anyone and everyone as they can. That's what happens. We're obviously scaled down from that. We try to only bring stuff at this point to the store. Like, here's the deal. I've told you guys this before. Like, places like that, no matter what's available, they list it all in their store. I mean, everything. They don't even vet it. It gets piped in from wholesalers. We're a little bit different, of course, at this point, and I don't know that we'll ever change. We'll see. But my mission is to say, okay, I don't just want to bring everything. Let's say there's ring gear, which I sourced, which we haven't done a video on yet. I'll just use that as an example. What's a better example? Or like battery tenders. We'll just use that. I don't want to bring 90,000 battery tenders or 90,000 pieces of ring gear. As you guys know, when you're looking for a piece of gear, I've done it. You go to some of those stores and you're like, it's overwhelming. I don't know what's good. And you go down a rabbit hole of like 2 weeks of watching videos and trying to figure out like, okay, this one has this. What I try to do is use the gear, test it. I look at a lot of stuff and then I bring it to our store. So when you go in, you have 3 battery tenders to choose from and you know they've been sourced, and I'll tell you, this one's good, this one's better, this is best. We may have a different levels, with certain different features, but ring gear, you'll have like 2-3 choices, but you'll know it's badass ring gear. It's a good price. It's quality, so that you can just go in and go, it's already been vetted. There's not shit in here. They don't sell shit in the store, basically. Because again, that's always kind of the way I wanted to run the store. It does hinder us a little bit too. Obviously, if we did bring everything, we'd make 10 times the amount of sales, but you need infrastructure for that. And then you got to hire more employees, and then you end up a big store, right? Where you lose a little bit of connection. We're smaller. We're using this stuff. We can talk Saddlemans with you. We can talk Wilburs with you. We're using it. We've tested it. We know how to install it. We do videos for you. You guys know I'm talking to the Patron members right now. I know you guys all know this, but this also goes out to the public forum, to regular podcast format. So that's who I'm really speaking to. So the Law Abiding Biker Store is very unique that way. We're not the biggest, probably never will be. But what we carry is quality. It's stuff we trust. It's stuff we use. We've tried. We're going to do videos. All our listings that we have done tutorial videos, very detailed tutorial videos. I might add, the way we do tutorial videos are embedded right on the listing. So you go to Wilbur's suspension, multiple videos right there. You go to battery tenders, multiple videos right there. And all the other stuff, the PSR levers, adjustable levers, amazing. Also detailed videos. I just pumped out the 24 video. So before we had pre-24 video on how to install PSR levers. Now on the same listings is also the 24 newer. I just put that out like 2 days ago on YouTube at the time of the recording of this live event. So that's what you're getting in the Law Abiding Biker Store. There's lots of other people trying to pop up, pipe in and everything all over, but you wonder, some of them, do you even ride? Have you even ever ridden on that seat? Things like that. So I kind of want to, that's always kind of been my mission, to keep a very tight knit store community, know, like, trust, that kind of stuff, guys. And I hope it shines through with what we're doing. Again, because of that, we don't have a huge amount of employees and unneeded positions and things like that. And so a lot of the stuff we can only add it so quickly. So again, we appreciate everybody taking advantage of that contact form and saying, hey, I know you can get this, or, we can pretty much get anything the big guys can, and say, I'm just curious if you can get this. And of course you can use your discounts and benefits and things like that within our store if you want to get it direct from us, and it helps us out. And we really appreciate that. Again, it was just a hodgepodge of different stuff going on there.
I will add one thing. We still have the I think it's a 2022, isn't it? 22 or 23 Indian Pursuit in the Law Biker store. If you want to come check it out, it's on display down there. But we're working on trying to get hopefully a Scout 101 to try out. I will say that I can't give anything away other than to say, as we move into the future, we've been continuing our relationship with the advertising company that works for Indian, and we hope to have some more Indian content coming out soon. So keep an eye out for that.
Coming soon to this channel near you, hopefully. We're working on a bunch of stuff. Like I say, it's going to be a busy year, but we appreciate all of you guys being here, and just shout out to Lurch's new friend,
Barry McCockiner or Jack Knopf.
Jack Knopf. Great guy, Jack Knopf. Anyways,
he's a little inappropriate at times.
He is a little inappropriate.
Fun guy. Yeah. Just a little inappropriate sometimes.
Thanks for being here, guys, here in 2025. And we are totally planning to keep the live events coming at you, because I know we got so busy last year towards the end of the year that we kind of got a little bit scarce on them. And I'm sorry about that, but we're going to crank out as many as we can. And we're trying to do a little bit different times. We did one in the morning last time, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did one because I know there's people around the world on different time zones, and we got East Coast. We can't please everybody. I get it. I know you guys understand that, but we try to move them around a little bit so that we can get different folks in here depending on their work schedules and family lives and all that.
We got David Schwartz over there in Israel. So sometimes we do them in the morning. Then it's just late in the day for him instead of the crack of dawn or the middle of the night.
Right.
Yeah.
And Terry. Yep, Terry's in there. McDonough. Yep, the Penguin. Yep. Terry McDonough. Terry, are you going to make it to Canada? Hopefully you heard that up front. I don't know how long you've been in there, but hopefully you'll be at the Patron meetup in Canada. And Jake Moritz, thanks for being in there, guys. Thanks. That's a great show as always. Really appreciate you guys keeping it live in there, and keeping the chat going, and of course making us laugh. And I appreciate all of you, specifically Jake, for calling out Lurch and his salad bullshit. Appreciate that very much. He needs to be called out on that every chance we get. And also the shitter incident when we used to have the store in the Tri-Cities keeps Lurch on his toes, which we need to do. No comment from Lurch. Just kidding.
No.
He's just like, whatever.
I don't even hear you anymore. I was trying to get Louie up here so I can put him up in front of the camera, but he's being a little shit.
He has been a little shit this morning.
A little sassy.
He escaped out the front door today, and I had to frickin' chase him. James Hawthorne says Matt. Yes. Chris Lezak was in here. Saw him.
Terry says that's the plan, so we may see him up there.
Yeah, buddy. Should be fun. And now we got a hookup, it sounds like. Yeah. So you're going to reach out to him direct?
I put it in the app that we use to track stuff, and I put it in there to follow up with him on Monday.
Very, very good, guys. There's Lulu. Lulu, the studio dog. He's over there queefing by Lurch, crop dust and Lurch. It's good.
You don't want to say anything?
It's a good boy.
Why are you so quiet?
Keep doing that to Lurch. Hope you guys are getting some riding in. I know not everywhere is snow. And even if you're at least in the weather enough to get a ride in.
And if you can't, go out in your garage, sit on that thing.
There you go.
You're not going to be riding, so maybe have a cold beverage.
Yep.
And go potato.
Oh, yeah.
Just imagine you're riding.
Speaking of, I won.
Even better.
Lurch owes me a beer.
Even better, if you got a TV in your garage, or take one out there, put it in front of your bike, watch one of our documentary films, and sit on your bike. It'll be like you're riding.
There you go. Lurch owes me a beer. I won.
Yep. I will do it, and I'll pay it with the lab card.
And just remember, don't forget, here in 2025, to eat salads for every meal, because Lurch says you'll be healthy. Goodbye. All right, guys. Thanks for being here in the live chat. I had a blast.
Yeah, they're fun, aren't they?
Yeah, totally fun. After the day went to disaster, this reeled it back in to realize why we do what we do. Cause sometimes you're like, what am I doing? I'm just spinning my wheels and we have so much to do and we get screwed by building things and this and that and nothing goes right. And so this got me on a good track again, and we get to follow it up because this is something the regular audience won't get. But so tonight, once a month, we have our Sworn Few Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club meeting where we all get together. And this chapter, all the chapters have their own meetings, but our local chapter, the mother chapter, we get together. And so we get to go have a nice meal. We have a few beers. Of course, we'll be talking about the Canada trip because that's a club thing. That's our big club trip. Although we have the Patron meetup within there, one day, the rest of that trip is very much dedicated to the club and brotherhood and time spending together and riding a lot of miles. So that's in the works. A new member possibly to our chapter. He's going to be riding along with us as kind of checking things out. He's a really cool guy. So just aside from LAB, a lot of stuff going on with the club too. But that's how we get to end this day. So with this, really good. I'm in a good mood now. I always feel better when I get to hack on Lurch. It makes me feel better about myself. To the point where I kind of feel bad for Lurch sometimes, like I'm hacking on him too much.
If it affected me at all, you should feel bad. But I've gotten to the point where earlier, like, did you hear that? Did you hear that? No,
I just wait.
I wasn't even listening.
Sometimes I just stand here like this and I just wait for you. But no, Lurch is a good sport.
Water off a duck's back.
Yeah, we have so much fun. We know it's all in good humor. I know you guys do too. We like arguing just for fun. They are putting extra salt out in Milwaukee to create extra potholes for HD Homecoming, says Jake Lewis. Yeah, great. Dude, that's some serious shit. I've been a lot of places around the U.S. that I felt like those could suck up multiple motorcycles and you just never see from somebody again. Like all of a sudden, Lurch, you're like, the fuck?
Where'd he
go? He's riding right beside me. And you just never hear from Lurch again. It's like, yeah, fucking Milwaukee. It's like the Bermuda Triangle. People just disappear in potholes.
I've hit some potholes in Kentucky that I thought were bad, but then I went to Milwaukee area and oh my goodness, especially the surface streets. They are rough.
Yeah. Graham Jenkins says, Ryan, thanks for changing your Alpine Star sweatshirt this month. Yeah.
Have you been wearing it every podcast?
Lurch, I guess. I probably have. I have been wearing a lot. Graham's calling me out.
I had mine on yesterday.
Yeah, you did. Here's what I did, Graham. The other day, I've been wearing my gray one a lot. I totally respect you for calling me out on that. I got a black one. I pulled it off the rack. I go, hey, Lurch, I need another color. So instead I wear the same sweatshirt every day.
Did we take it out of stock?
I don't know. You gave it to me.
Oh, then I must have.
Yeah, you must have taken it out of stock.
Or I must have thought I was going to do it. I don't know.
So I'm going to wear the black one to change it up for you, Graham. But anyways, guys, it's been fun. Had a ball. We are going to go ahead and end the stream. Peace. Love y'all.